Emir, and who is in India for the two-day official visit. Remember, in a rare gesture by the Prime Minister. And these are the live visuals that we are getting for you. This is the Hyderabad house where Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Qatar Emir will hold special discussions. This will be the bilateral that has all the focus of the country. Remember, his coming to India, his visit to India is a big boost for our ties with Qatar. Remember the MOUs, the agreements that will be signed in the presence of Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal have the highlights of cooperation in trade and other sectors. This is also a big boost to the investment that is coming in from the Gulf nation to India. Remember, this is a big boost from Gulf nations investment that will be important for India, and hence this is a key bilateral talk that is underway. My colleague Mohammad Ghazali is joining me for more on this. Ghazali, take our viewers through the significance of this visit.
See, this visit is very significant considering the position and influence Qatar has in West Asia, and also how reliable it has been a partner for India in geopolitics. First, coming to trade ties and investment, certainly Qatar is one of the leading partners in the world, which sort of caters to our energy demands, because 70% of our energy needs are imported from other countries, and out of those 70%, Qatar is a leading partner which provides us with LNG, LPG, petrochemicals, and India also sends cereals, agriculture products, food products, chemicals, petrochemicals as well. So this bilateral relationship has been going on since 1970s, when India recognized Qatar and Qatar had established diplomatic relations with India. But if you see how the relations have been on upswing for the last 10 to 12 years since Prime Minister Modi came into power in 2014, he paid the first visit in 2015. Then Qatar's Emir, who is right now in India for his official visit, has also visited India twice since being the Emir of Qatar. His father, when he was the Emir of Qatar, he had visited India thrice in the last few decades. Now, coming to trade ties and investment, as I rightly pointed out, that it is the energy needs which Qatar caters for us. We are also diversifying our needs, and initially in the past for our defense sector, for energy sector, for technological advancements, we were heavily reliant on the West. But now, since geopolitics is also shifting, we are part of multilateral global forums, we are part of BRICS as well, we are part of SCO as well. So in that situation, we also need to diversify our partners and not just solely rely on the West, because in the past, in the recent past, when India started purchasing oil from Russia, while Russia was facing sanctions from the US and the other Western countries, India was also being heavily criticized for it. And that is when India stood out with its own foreign policy, with Dr. Jaishankar, our External Affairs Minister, clarifying on multiple occasions that India's foreign policy is not based upon or is not inspired or influenced by how the Western world looks at different countries. So, as coming back to the Qatar is one of the influential countries in West Asia. And as far as geopolitics is concerned, if you see the recent history, that how influential Qatar has been, that it negotiated between Afghanistan, the Taliban government, and United States, which later led to removal or US pulling out its troops from Afghanistan. The recent ceasefire in Gaza, Qatar has been very instrumental in that, despite not having any diplomatic relations with Israel. Coming back to another global forum, the Gulf Cooperation Council, Qatar is a very influential voice over there. And Qatar, having been on our side, will certainly cement our position, our ideas in the GCC as well. Now, the other diplomatic angle is that there are many countries with whom India enjoys good relations, but those countries are not in good books of the US administration or the new Trump administration, considering Iran. We are heavily invested in the Chabahar project in Iran, but the new Trump administration, after assuming in office, issued orders, executive orders, to put sanctions on, maximum pressure sanctions on Iran, and it also pointed out, the order explicitly pointed out Chabahar project. Now, Qatar's role becomes very important here. Qatar has influence over these countries like Iran.
Ghazali, thank you for those details. Remember, in a rare gesture, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also went to the airport to receive the Emir of Qatar. These are the visuals from last night when he went specially, personally to the airport.